pleasant good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good night, whichever applies to the part of the world where you reside. It's my pleasure to once again stand before you and to continue our weekly presentations through our YouTube channel. As usual, we follow our protocol in terms of presenting our video. So, our motivational word, which we normally start with, is entitled, Don't Be a Brute, Stand on Truth. I repeat, do not be a brute and stand on truth. So truth is an important virtue, but as we know, sometimes it is not as readily found in life as required. The lack of truth, it not only destroys people, but it also destroys nation. So I repeat, do not be a brute and stand on truth. As usual, we, in our traditional style of getting into the presentation, I will again go with our normal protocol. So I, Imo Rameses Bakari, your psychologist and life coach, it is my desire for you to go higher. It is my desire for you to go higher. That's my desire, so that you can unleash your fire. So welcome, welcome, welcome once again to our weekly YouTube presentation. We also take the opportunity to remind you of our ongoing courses. The 4-week course entitled The Fundamentals of Public Speaking, costing $1,800 for the general public, $1,200 for students. We also remind you of our ongoing 10-week course entitled The Fundamentals of Psychology, costing $3,800, where you can pay it in one payment, 2 parts, 3 parts, or we are so committed for your participation that we will allow you a 4-part payment. You can also partake in our 4-week ongoing course entitled Mastering Emotional Intelligence and Becoming Emotionally Resilient. And that is priced at $2,500 for the general public, $1,800 for students, and for groups of 5, you pay $7,500, benefiting from a discount of $1,000. We also encourage you to buy our book Conversation, priced at $100 TT, 45 AC dollars, or 15 United States dollars. We also encourage you to book an appointment for a coaching or counseling session, either individually or group-wise. And of course, you can contribute also via our YP link on our description page. So there are many ways for you to continue supporting the work of our channel, and we know we can count on you. And all we do is expect a call. Give us a call at 1-868-778-5141, 1-868-779-2544, or email us at leadershipwithadifference@gmail.com. So we'll book your appointment early, and we look forward to your call and your email as we continue doing the work of our channel. So our topic, the title of our topic today is Truth. Let truth be your foundation. And before I get into the topic, I want to introduce it in a slightly different way to our other presentations. And I will do a reading here from a document entitled The 42 Divine Principles of the Goddess Mat. Now, the Goddess Mat, it refers to an ancient Egyptian philosophy of living. And that philosophy of living, embodied in the Goddess Mat, encompasses what they call the principles for truthful and righteous living. And I would like to introduce the talk today by reading this bit for you. The 42 declarations were pronounced by the deceased after Anubis took her to the presence of the Goddess Mat and the divine judge Tehuti. If the principles of Mat were respected, the heart of the deceased will have nothing weighing down. So it will be lighter than the feather, and the everlasting life will be given due to respect of these laws that balance the universe. I think you have often heard it say that sometimes when people go contrary to certain accepted principles of people who were deceased, you often hear the terminology, that person may be turning in their graves. So this statement gives some direction where that is concerned. Continuing with the reading, it is from these principles, erroneously called the 42 negative confessions by European Egyptologists, that the Christian religion got the Ten Commandments. Mind you, the principles of math existed 1500 years before the Ten Commandments even existed. So continuing the reading, unlike the spook principle of idols and exterior divinity, our ancestors manifested the indwelling divinity and said, instead of being ordered, they shall take note. So these principles, when I read some of them for you, you will understand why it has been embodied into this system of righteous or truthful living. And you will all agree that the world we live in today, truth is, quickly disappearing as a principle governing our lives. In that there are so many experiences that we can look at in life based on occurrences in the world. And we must also, when we talk about attaining that state of righteousness and basing our life on truth, we must be forever vigilant in examining our own selves, because as imperfect beings, we can slip into practices that might not be consistent with that virtue. But we owe it to ourselves, we owe it to our children, our legacy, to try and strive to be truthful. And these principles, and many of you, as I said, will be more familiar with the Ten Commandments. But as I presented so far, I'm saying that the Ten Commandments is just part of those 42 principles. And it's from those principles that the Christian faith developed the said Ten Commandments. So in life, many persons would like to get ahead. And we know that getting ahead will be better served by putting in an honest effort, doing what is right, and enjoying the sweetness of success. But we have heard in our existence here on earth, wherever we may be, we have heard that some lawyers are liars. You tell me if that is true. I don't know what your experience was like, but many people, make such a statement that some lawyers are liars. Now, a lawyer is an important pillar of the justice system, and people will place their faith in lawyers, and there are certain tenets of the profession which will, of course, be upholding principles of righteousness. Some people have had unfortunate experiences. We have seen across the world where some lawyers have been arrested and charged and convicted. So, to those of you who have had that experience, you may certainly agree that some lawyers are liars. We have also heard the statement that politicians are born liars. Of course, all politicians may not fit the bill, but because of the pervasiveness among so many of those politicians across the globe of dishonest acts, that many persons have come to that conclusion that politicians are liars. Some, on the right side of their mouth, they tell you things are nice, increase revenue. On the left side of the mouth, they tell you they have to hold straight because the cost that they will incur is a bit too much. And then in the middle of their mouths, they say something else. So many people have lost faith in terms of the truthfulness of politicians. And it's indeed sad, because the practice of politics in itself is indeed a noble profession. But the sad part, the unfortunate part, is that many of the practitioners have totally polluted the nobility that exists in that profession. So many people across the globe, they do not associate truthfulness with political activity. That is indeed very sad. Some people in the work environment, they will tell a lie on a fellow worker and a gullible boss who believes the lie to get a promotion. Now, I believe an individual should have more character than telling a lie on a fellow worker to get promotion. Some people, some females, may be willing to sleep with a boss for a promotion. Oh my. If that is the action, certainly from my standpoint and the standpoint of many others, we are discouraging such practice. Because sleeping with a boss to get a promotion, what kind of promotion that will be? What kind of promotion that will be? Remember the words of the late great singing Sandra. And those of you who are not familiar with her, you can Google her name and pull up the song, Die with My Dignity. You should rather die with your dignity rather than commit such a travesty in selling your God-given body for a promotion. Another local politician in the context of Trinidad and Tobago, and of course as practiced by many other politicians across the world, said he is willing to sleep with the devil to achieve his ends. My, oh my, sleep with the devil to achieve your ends. But there again, many politicians across the world practice the principle of the Italian Prince Machiavelli, where they will do anything to achieve their objective. They will lie, they will maim, and they will kill. What a sad state of affairs that people will practice such, they will say otherwise, but yet practice such kind of activities in terms of getting their way forward. Many people, because sometimes being placed in desperate situations, sometimes may find themselves doing things that they didn't plan to do. But I'm saying, notwithstanding the desperation that you may be undergoing, try to hold your dignity. I know in some cases it might be a great challenge. For example, we have heard that during the course of the COVID-19 pandemic, not only in the Caribbean, but across the globe, there have been increasing incidents of shoplifting, both male and female, stuffing items in their pants, in their skirts, in their blouses, etc. I am saying, if you stand in truth, it might be better to plead your case to the grocery owner of your bad situation and trust in the mercifulness of their hearts that you will be given an opportunity to have some grocery items. There are other individuals armed with a gun instructing the cashier to empty the drawer. My oh my, life is indeed very challenging. But notwithstanding the challenge that we face in life, I am saying, don't be a brute and stand on truth. And in ending the presentation today, as I began in the beginning, referencing the divine principles of the goddess map, that ancient Egyptian system that if followed, certainly can make the world a better place. So listen to some of the statements embodied in those 42 divine principles. I have not committed sin, number 1. I have not committed robbery and violence, number 2. I have not stolen, number 3. I have not slain men or women, number 4. I have not stolen food, number 5. I have not swindled offerings, number 6. I have not stolen from God, goddess, number 7. I have not told lies, number 8. I have not carried away food, number 9. I have not cursed, number 10. I have not closed my ears to truth, number 11. I have not committed adultery, number 12. I have not made anyone cry, number 13. I have not felt sorrow without reason, number 14. I have not assaulted anyone, number 15. I am not deceitful, number 16. I have not stolen anyone's land, number 17. I have not been an eavesdropper, number 18. I have not falsely accused anyone, and number 20. I have not been angry without reason. There are 22 more, but in the interest of time, these 20 and the other 22 certainly give you a guide of the power of this system of truth. And when you reflect on these 20 and the other 22 that I will share with you on another occasion, you can certainly see that standing on the basis of truth will transform this world. Are you up to the challenge? I am saying, take up the challenge and let us transform this deceitful and wicked world that we now live in, where so many are taking the evil and dishonest route in order to achieve their ends. I know the message in this presentation has powerfully resonated with you. And as usual, we call on you to subscribe to our channel, like the video, comment on the video, and certainly share the video. And of course, we encourage you to continue supporting our work by participating in our ongoing courses, by booking a counseling or coaching appointment, by buying our book, Conversations, priced at 100 TT, 45 EC, or 50 United States dollars. You can also contribute via our YPay link on the description page. And remember the motivational word that I started with and I will end with. Don't be a brute. Stand on truth. I repeat, don't be a brute. Stand on truth. I thank you for listening and stay tuned for another powerful presentation next week. Please God. Of course, you can contact us at 1-868-778-5141, 1-868-779-2544, or email us at leadershipwithadifference@gmail.com. So see you next week, and stay tuned, reflect on the presentation, and let truth be your guide. Thank you, and bye.